binge watching TV shows bad for your relationship? Okay, so according to Adam Pliskin of EliteDaily.com, he thinks it's not only bad for your relationship, but bad for your health. And what he does is he has some statistics here to help prove his point. So one, coming from Harvard School of Public Health, he says, for every 2 hours, the women who participated in the study spent watching television each day, they had a 23% higher risk of becoming obese and a 14% higher risk of developing diabetes. He enlists yet another study, this one published in the American Journal of Medicine. Quote, men who watch 3 or more hours of TV per day are more likely to experience erectile dysfunction than men who only watch 1 or less per day. That will definitely hurt your relationship. Now, he also goes on to the fact that he believes that when you and your partner binge watch TV, that you also can develop unhealthy bonds with the characters in the television show, as well as draw unhealthy comparisons from your favorite character to that of your partner. He also talks about the fact that when the show is over, you may experience some form of postpartum depression. And then finally, he says that you could become addicted. So he advises that everybody who binge watches TV to do so in moderation. Thoughts, 5 words or less?
I completely agree with him.
TV destroyed my longest relationship.
Really?
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminate ED. Binge watch Skinamax.
What?
Erectile dysfunction.
Okay. Give me my Netflix.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm a little bit surprised because when I first read this, I said, okay, he's exaggerating. This is ridiculous. Of course, everybody's going to watch in moderation. But clearly, that's not the case because you had a very strong reaction to this.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a no-brainer, but please disclose.
Well, I can't tell you how many Saturday nights I wasted away in my early 20s laying on the couch with my boyfriend watching TV.
Yeah.
Yes. And at some point, like, you realize, like, wow, we don't even really communicate with one another. We just get together, lay on the couch, watch TV. And you totally disconnect from that person, and it destroys your relationship.
Plus, why would you want to have sex with someone when you can just watch your favorite characters on TV doing everything that you want to be doing instead?
Yeah, it also reminds you that you're not doing anything.
Yes.
Right?
It's like,
Yes.
oh crap, I need to solve crimes.
And I thought his point, which wasn't even backed up by any statistics, but his point alone about the fact that we can draw unhealthy comparisons to, let's say, our favorite characters is really true. I've been guilty of that, of watching like my favorite show and watching how idealistic this certain man is as a husband or as a father, and then I look to my husband, who's amazing, by the way, but I may be like, why don't you clean the house and bring me flowers? You know what I mean?
Well, that makes you terrible. That's the takeaway from that.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
No, that instinct is horrible.
I never said I said it to him out loud.
Oh, I
no,
thought,
no. These are things that
okay.
I agree. When I read this article, I said, wow, that's true. I've actually been guilty of thinking
for
that.
The fact that this person kind of sucks that wrote this article.
Yeah,
that's like,
well, it's true.
It's gonna make you fat, and you wouldn't want to be with a fat person, would you?
Let me read you his quote. This was his quote. I'm glad you brought that up, Brett. I had it here for my back pocket. So the author then, when he brought up the statistic about diabetes and obesity, he then says, he chimes in, quote, basically no one wants to be with an obese diabetic who's going to keel over in 2 years while watching True Blood. A bit overly dramatic. I don't think people are binge watching that much.
This isn't at all scientific. The only scientific facts listed here are the facts, from some Harvard study. And
I'm getting the sense that you make your girlfriend lay on the couch and watch a lot of TV with you.
Oh gosh,
He's very defensive, right?
I will say that you're right. Sometimes you find yourself sitting there and being like, oh my God, this is the 5th time we've seen this episode of Archer.
You're not my supervisor!
But it's only that portion of the day before like night things have to happen.
So really quick, another factor that wasn't written in this article is the fact that sometimes you want to watch something and your significant other wants to watch something else, so you get into these ridiculous arguments about what you can and can't watch, which I absolutely hate. Like, look, the best scenario is if I'm watching TV by myself. Like, if I have a relationship, I don't want to watch TV with you. Let's go do something.
Exactly.
Let's enjoy our company.
Yeah.
But I don't know, a lot of people aren't into that, I guess.
Time management. There's some great television happening right now that's available on Netflix and HBO Go and all those different platforms.
You're damn right.
And so we shouldn't eliminate that from our repertoire.
Binge watching is okay once in a while. Every weekend or every Saturday morning, I agree with you, seems excessive, and I think it could be damaging to a relationship. But here and there it could be really fun. We pull out the blowout mattress and we'll just do it like once in a great while. Watching the show.
What did you think we thought?
But in moderation.
I also identify these kinds of things in your relationships.
Right.
Because binge watching, the way we describe it and the role that it takes in relationships that might be stagnating, even if you're not binge watching stuff, watch out for patterns like that in your own relationship if you feel like it's kind of hitting a rut, and take it upon yourself, or your partner should take it upon themselves to try to move it up and spice it up every so often.
I completely agree with you.
Roll
Brett
flag.
Ehrlich, 2 points for you.